Should we do Watch This Jerks?
Sure. Did you like what I called the movie on the outline?
Madam Y.
Yeah, because I
Madam.
watched Madam Web on Netflix.
I watched it first.
I know you did, and that's why I watched it second, because I'm like, oh,
FOMO,
God damn it.
serious FOMO.
I have to watch this now. That is one weird ass movie.
It fulfills a contractual obligation.
It definitely did. I mean, you know what? I feel bad for Adam Scott because he's better than that movie.
So you get to act in a movie. I'm sure he's fine with it.
I'm sure he's fine with it too.
Who was he in the movie?
He's Uncle Ben.
He's Uncle Ben. He's young Ben Parker.
That's amazing. I'm sure I could just watch that on YouTube.
Yeah, he's young Ben Parker.
Does he say anything about responsibility or power?
Yes. Yep. Maybe.
It's like, what's up with this guy? He can't shut the fuck up about power and responsibility. Like his whole life, he's just constantly thinking about power and responsibility. The Roman Empire, power, responsibility. Like, wow, it's all these. There's just constantly a swirling in his head. He's online getting coffee. It's like, wow.
It just like lightly taps you on the head with it. Like it's not like hitting you over the head real hard with the.
It's a lot of like, huh?
Yeah, it's like, did you get that? Did you get that reference? Right.
That might be 40% of the whole movie.
He looks directly into the camera.
Is a character going like, it's Mary Parker is pregnant, and it's like, I'm pregnant. Oh, this kid inside me, he sure does like to move around a lot. Huh?
I think I hear a camera going off in there.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't matter. It makes as much sense as the rest of this movie. Apparently, there were a lot of changes. Ship, did you notice the terrible ADR?
Maybe like I could see that there was stuff that was weird.
Yeah. So one of the big things in this movie is people talk.
Yeah.
But the words that they're saying don't match the movement that they're.
Yeah, it kind of looks like, I don't know, like there's some like scenes that like almost look rotoscoped type of thing. Like there's weird like background stuff going on, and
there were some reusing of backgrounds from other films in this movie.
Okay.
That did happen.
There's a lot of stuff like, why does this look so strange when I'm looking at it? And all we're doing is like, we're like in a diner or we're like in a office building. Like, it's not like these locations are like readily available everywhere. Like, I don't know what's going on.
It's a very weird movie where nothing happens.
Very little happens. Like the problem is, one of the problems.
They're ready for 25 minutes on Madam Web, everybody. So hang in there.
I don't know. Like the whole thing is like, there's these three girls that are going to be spider people down the road, right? And the bad guy is trying to kill them because he has a premonition that they're going to kill him in the future. That's like the whole premise.
He wants to kill them before they become
spider people.
Who's the bad guy?
Ezekiel Sims.
Yeah,
but he looks like Spider-Man in the trailer.
Yes, he
can do that stuff.
Yes, he has spider powers.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the thing is, I like for that to pull off, you have to care who those three characters are going to become. And they never really it's like they're spider women of some sort in the future, but you don't care who these spider
when there's too many characters, you can't learn, you can't feel anything for anything.
They don't have any of their powers.
They don't have their powers the whole movie. They don't. It's not like at the end of the movie they get their powers and defeat the bad guy. No,
correct. That is not how. That's not this movie.
You're telling me Madam Web doesn't read anybody's mind in this movie?
No, she does. She has her powers.
Okay, she has her powers.
These other spider girls never have their powers.
Who are the other spider girls for people like me who are not familiar with spider girls?
It's you got Julia Carpenter, Spider Woman number 2.
Yeah, it's Spider Woman number 2, 3, and 4.
And I forget who the other two are off the top of my head.
Wait, Sydney Sweeney is going to be Spider Woman in a movie?
She's a Spider Woman. She was the one who was in West Coast Avengers.
This movie.
Just this movie, and that's it. There's no.
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
But it's
I think
strangely
one might be Arachne, and I forget who the other one is.
Arachne. She's got a. Sydney Sweeney has a nice Arachne.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh.
you wouldn't know in this movie because they constantly put her in giant baggy shirts.
You wouldn't know that she was like a star or anything.
Well, she
It's-
wasn't when this movie was made. You have to
Sure,
remember this
but it's
movie
just
was held
like,
for a while.
Oh, really?
yeah, it's just like you wouldn't like know that she was anybody that you had seen in anything else.
Yeah.
Weird.
Mhm.
But strangely enough, this is like solid C tier for Spider-Man adjacent universe.
I will say it
Is
might.
that a compliment? It doesn't
I don't
sound
know.
like one.
Is it? It's not. It's not nearly as good as Venom.
No, but
It-
it's
Is it better than Morbius? That's like a tough
yes,
call.
it is better than Morbius, and I,
I mean,
would say
Morbius is
it's
pretty terrible.
it's
Morbius is pretty terrible.
probably it depending on your mood, it's probably on the same tier as Venom 2.
Venom 2, I think, might get the edge only because it has Venom in it. That's literally the only thing.
Correct.
Is that the
because
one with Woody
Venom-
Harrelson?
Yes, because
That seemed
Venom
pretty
and
good.
Carnage don't need Spider-Man to be entertaining. Like you can put them in a movie and be like, oh, it doesn't need Spider-Man. Madam Web is just a constant reminder that Spider-Man's not in it. Like that's what this movie is. This movie is again just a reminder of a movie that, and there's another one coming out this year. We got Kraven the Hunter coming out this Christmas. That was pushed. It was supposed to come out this summer, and they're like, no, now Christmas.
They have to do a lot of ADR probably.
Does that have they structured the contract so that like prolongs the contract if they push that to December?
I have no idea. Maybe I mean maybe because Madam Web was pushed, they have more room to.
They're like extending the shelf life on this obligation that they have to fulfill. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Madam Web, it's watchable.
It's on
Like,
Netflix.
You can watch it.
I don't think
Watch
I
it
can.
on watch it on Netflix. You can be like,
The weird thing is like it's not. It just plays it straight the whole time too. Like there's nothing like objectively terrible about the movie. Really, like all of the
there's a
pre-press
lot.
stuff.
The
It's not as bad like as the pre-press stuff was though.
every
Like,
time Ezekiel Sims talks, it's a different voice coming out of.
oh
that
yeah,
audio.
yeah,
And
he's
it's- and it's-
possessed by something. I don't
And
know.
it's distracting and it's terrible. I think apparently from what I read, the original plot line was that it wasn't Madam Web saving the three girls. It was
Oh,
Madam Web.
spoilers.
It was, well, it's not a spoiler. It's a movie that wasn't made. It was supposed to be Madam Web protecting Mary Parker to make sure that her baby is born, because Ezekiel Sims' vision isn't that the three girls kill him, but that the baby of Mary Parker kills him.
Right.
So it's a different movie where you have Madam Web and probably more Ben Parker keeping this pregnant woman safe from Ezekiel Sims, which might be a better movie. It might not be a better movie. I don't know.
Same shit.
Equally, yeah.
But it seems like they
SOS.
may have filmed part of that movie and then changed it at some point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My favorite part of the movie is Ben Parker. He's an EMT. He works very hard. He's saving lives for the majority of this movie. He sees a lot of shit go down.
That's a great
And then-
responsibility to be an EMT.
He has Mary Parker, his pregnant sister-in-law, in his apartment. Her water breaks, and he goes, "Ew, gross! What do I do now?"
It doesn't make
The
any
man-
sense.
The man is an EMT. He's
I
a
hate that.
trained professional. He sees a relative's water break.
Details.
You watched this alone, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I watched this alone too.
You have to.
Yeah.
Who's going to watch it with you?
No one.
No.
I asked my wife if she wanted to watch it with me, and she was like, "Hell no.
No.
I'm going to watch a Hallmark movie in the other room."
I'm going to go stare at this wall. Let me know when it's
Mhm.
over.
Ooh, that paint looks wet. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I'm going to skip that.
Yeah.
What else are we watching?
You should check it out.
No. You told me Sydney
So-
Sweeney's wearing baggy clothes throughout the whole movie. That's like
And
maybe the
she wears
only
glasses
reason.
too, so you might not notice that
That's her.
she's attractive looking. I watched Wish. The whole family watched Wish, the Disney movie.
I don't know that one.
That it's weird because it's like was their major release for last year, like around Christmas time.
It's a sad one, right? Maybe.
No,
Oh no. So
No.
that's not why.
it's a like a fairy tale type of movie where
Was it like derivative? Wasn't that sort of the word I heard?
yeah, a little bit, and it's weird. So it was like Disney 100 was last year, right? Like so they had all of the celebration of 100 years of Disney, and so this movie it has a lot of like a lot of Disney movies have Easter eggs, but this has a lot of them, and it like some of them are just like very much just like, hey, we're doing like we're paying homage to all these Disney things during this movie, but it doesn't go all in on that. So you get this weird like it's trying to tell its own story, but there's not enough real story there. And then like every few scenes, it's like, oh, there's the apple from like Snow White, or like
That's like every piece of entertainment now, right? Like they gotta try to pull out some shit from the past. Like they don't feel like they have enough.
yeah,
new
yeah.
stuff.
It's weird. It's like if they'd have gone all in for that and it really like made it like, yeah, this is the Disney 100 celebration movie.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna have a whole bunch of this, or if they'd have just like avoided that stuff altogether and made like this movie be better than what it is. It's really weird because it's got like the art style kind of like changes throughout too. Like, and I couldn't really figure out why. Like, some things would look like more hand drawn, some would look CG, and then like sometimes the backgrounds would look really good, and then sometimes they would be like just like kind of like flat, all one color. Like it's just like, oh well, we didn't have time to fully animate this scene or something. And the songs are a real like mixture of like this is just like a bad song, and other ones are like, oh, okay, this is like more their A game. Like this is the memorable villain like singing his song.
Well, you know the controversy, right?
What's the controversy on this?
The controversy is that a lot of people think the movie used AI.
Well, the movie
And-
didn't use
and
it.
yeah,
What do you mean?
yeah.
What do you
Okay.
mean? Go on,
Yeah,
be more specific.
to make well, as
To
Ship
make
was
the
saying,
animation?
to make the animation that AI was incorporated,
Oh.
and that explains why sometimes it looks better than other times. Now Disney denies this, and the animators who work on the movie say, no, that's not what happened. We animated this whole movie. That's just how the movie. We made the movie.
That's
to
how
look
they
like that on
intended it
purpose.
to make it, is what they're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, saying, no, we intended it to look like this, and people are saying it looks a lot like AI made this movie. Are you sure? So, I mean, you believe what you want to
I
believe.
mean, yeah, you could. The odd thing too is like it has a lot of scenes that are reminiscent of Rapunzel, like just in kind of like the poses like she's taking, and kind of like the shots of like medieval castles and the way that she moves and everything. But like her hair, and this is I get it, she needs braids because she's, I don't even know what race she's supposed to be, but she's non-white, so she's had braids in her hair, right? But we all know that like we're used to video games where that was been like a cop out forever, of like, oh, now I only have like 8 strands of hair to animate, rather than in Tangled where Rapunzel has like a million pieces of hair that are going everywhere. And it's just like I can't help like looking at that going like, okay, they took a shortcut here with the animation of this character.
Right.
And I don't think it was just because of her ethnicity or whatever. I mean, it's
Right.
kind of like
It was convenient.
I don't know.
To save money.
It's kind of like a Spanish. I don't. The kingdom's called Rosa, so I'm not sure where it's supposed to like take place fantasy wise.
Discountville, I think.
Yeah. It's just like it's so weird because like why do they need to do that? Like they're like just make a good Disney movie.
So you would say that as Disney animated films goes, this would be a mid journey.
All right.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Yeah. I don't know. Wish.
Oh wow! Everyone
it
just
was-
left the chat.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's talk about something good that's on Disney Plus.
Yes.
All right. Chiefy and I both finished X-Men 97. Shit,
Yes.
did you finish it yet?
I have not yet.
What are you up to?
I watch it with my kids, so
No, he means what episode are you up to? Not what are you up to in your life.
Wait, I don't care about your life.
We have like
Who's
I think we have
died
the
in the ones
final
that you
three the final 3 episodes.
Okay.
It's a good finale. It's got some heartfelt moments.
So I have questions, but
Ask
there
away.
won't be any spoilers. the stuff in this series has happened before in comics, previous comics.
Yes
most
and
part?
no. It's like a retelling of things that have happened, but
Okay.
they change things.
Okay. Because I feel some of it looks or sounds familiar from stuff from the 80s, maybe?
Yeah. There's some early 90s, a lot of early 90s stuff in here too. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, Ty and I watched it together. We really liked it.
It's very good. I keep trying to get my kids to watch it, and they're like, you like it, so no. I'm like, wow, thanks.
Don't worry, there's plenty of violence, but also some nice moments.
There's some nice moments, There's scenes in a diner where people sit at a table and talk to each other, nice things like that.
Yeah. And the action's really good. And
yes, it's very well animated.
You'll be like, holy shit, they did that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm watching this happen right now on Disney, and it's a little scary.
It's the best Marvel thing that they've done in a very long time. I know it's is it technically MCU? Probably not. I don't know. I don't care. It's just very good. The thing is, it doesn't bog itself down with having to worry about what it's connected to or not connected to. It's just its own thing. So that makes it a good thing. It's the same thing with Werewolf by Night, which I know I talk about too much, but that's also a 45-minute thing that's not connected to anything else. And I think it's great. So
I think did this do well? Did people watch this?
Yes, it did very well. The second season, I think, is almost done, and they are going to do a third.
I feel like you'd probably see more franchises in cartoon form, maybe like this.
Yeah, they're talking about Spider-Man. Yeah,
Spider-Man. Yeah, there's a good chance that may happen. I wouldn't be surprised, and it should, because
it's cool.
Yeah, a more adult version of Spider-Man. Throw in some Madam Web.
Are they making a Secret Wars live action movie?
They are making maybe.
Because that would be a good cartoon movie.
Yeah.
If they don't want to spend the money on the live action one. I feel
85,
like
well, the Secret Wars movie that they would make would be more of the Doctor Doom Secret War. I guess technically for you would be Secret Wars 3.
I don't know.
I know you don't. That's why I'm saying it. Not the Secret War from the 80s where the Beyonder takes them to a planet and makes them fight each other.
That's good.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't like that? I mean, that's very basic and simple for anyone to understand.
Yep. Lots of Titania. I know you're a big Titania fan from Secret Wars.
Is that a person?
Yeah, she's a bad guy.
Oh, isn't she in Deadpool? The movie?
No, she's not in Deadpool.
Oh.
Domino's in Deadpool.
There's some big lady who fights. Bad lady. It's not Titania.
That's not Titania, but there is, yes. I forget her name though. Me too.
We finished the Jinx season 2. Did you start watching that? I thought you watched season 1, no? Oh, you didn't watch season 1. Very good. I mean, it's a lot of holy shit moments in there. It's always interesting to watch like a fucked up person reveal themselves to be fucked up on camera. It's always entertaining. And we also finished Physical 100 season 2, which was very good. The problem with that show, there's only one problem with Physical 100, and this is going to sound sexist maybe, but it's not. They put the men and the women together in these physical competitions. It's like when Shipwreck was talking about basketball. I can see like some people might find it, if they don't know about basketball, they may find it hard to believe that men and women can't really compete in basketball. Some people might not believe that. But I think everybody could believe that like pulling 175 pound like weight across a floor, like a big man is going to have a big advantage over a big woman, because like the big man is going to be like 250 pounds and the big woman is going to be like 150 pounds. So what happens in this show is that the women, by the end of the show, they all get wiped out. They have no chance in competing in any of the events because they're all basically like, you have to move a lot of weight, a distance. And it's dumb. So for season 3, they need to separate the men and the women, and it's going to make it a much better show because it's very dumb the way they do it now. I mean, I like watching the strong women do their thing. Like, who doesn't? But it doesn't make a lot of sense to have like strength competitions, men versus women. You know, when they're all super fucking strong people. You know what I mean? It's one thing if like you have like a strong women going against like one of us, you know, but when they're going against like other professional men bodybuilders or whatever, it's kind of dumb. Like they don't compete like that in sports. Like why would they do it in this show? Otherwise, great show. Spent a fortune on it. It's fun to watch these people do these crazy competitions. That's on Netflix too.